Hello, incredible evening. Hello, everyone. Incredible evening. All right. All right. I need to have him do this so that I can share this out. Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot to turn that on with all those views. Alrighty. So, hello everyone. Incredible evening. Oh, it's the weather warning. Alrighty, let me try and get this all shared out. It hasn't popped up on my phone yet. I was supposed to be doing something else, but as we know, there is a storm brewing. So those plans got changed. So got a bit of a free evening because I didn't schedule anything for my Sublimation Seminar for tonight. So I forgot to we're going to hang out and do a little Q&A. Ooh, definitely spelled that wrong. Hold on. Okay. Woo. Share now. Share to groups. Learn with the professor. And paste and post. And post. Paste and post. And post. Paste and post. 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 Almost done. Post. All right. All done for where I'm going to share to. If you guys have some places to share to, go ahead and do that. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead. Oh, let's start my TikTok. Okay, there we go. Let's do our little introduction here. I just got to get it going over here on TikTok. Tap 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 the screen. Tap 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 the screen. Tap 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 the screen. Okay, alrighty, y'all. Hello, everybody. I am Shakeya, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of Silaholics Anonymous, which is my platform where I've been teaching you guys how to use and master Silhouette Studio for the past 7 years. If you don't know, Silhouette Studio is the software to control the Silhouette Cameo machines, well, Cameo, Portfolio, Alpha, and Mint. However, it is actually a decent beginner design software that has a lot of the same features as some of the more commercialized ones. I mean, you can use it separate from the machine. You don't have to own a machine. You don't even have to do any of the upgrades. It's a free download from silhouetteamerica.com. This video is not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I grew to love the program over 8 years ago, and I just it did a lot for my business, and I've just been sharing with others for the past 7 years. Not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form, not even affiliate or anything. So don't have to worry about, oh, she's saying it's great because she's getting paid by them. Not the case. I truly love it. And when used properly, like, you can do so much with the software that imagine that you can do with a software like Silhouette, because they just think of the machine. We are also the parent company of Honestly Speaking. Well, not the parent company. Well, we are the parent company of Honestly Speaking, which is our product line that carries sublimation paper that allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. And we have sublimation ink and pigment ink that comes in 140 milliliter bottles. They're all keyed for eco tanks, so you get more bang for your buck and can easily fill your eco tanks. But for cartridges, this is like so dope. I know most people, their eco tank bottles only come in 70, and then you get like the regular refill bottles for the cartridges, they're like 100 milliliters. But if you happen to have like extra, or you want, especially when you want to get these, get ours, find a syringe. The one thing that I love about this is I can't even figure out what my syringes are. Even though it's key for eco tank, you put your needle, your syringe, and your needle right in the top. If it happens to fall, you might get like a splurt, not a lot. So I love eco tank bottles because this is really going to protect your surfaces in your workspace as well. So I just kind of put the needle in there, kind of tilt it and draw it out. I love that feature of these bottles, even with my 7820 and 7840, because it's easy to fill. So we have those products. We have heat tape. You can somewhat see it back there behind my super black. I have 3 of them now. Sublimation Tumblers. I'm actually going to put some vinyl on it. I was doing some testing, and so I sublimated I sublimated 3 tumblers black. You guys can't see it. Hold on. See my 3 black tumblers? I'm just going to add some vinyl to it. It was basically a test so that I'm prepared for the lesson that I'm going to teach, or the challenge that we're going to have for day 6 of my Sublimation Seminar. But right behind that, you should be able to see the heat tape. So we do sell non-staining, non-marking heat tape as well on our website, shop.hsinc365.com. And then 365 Creative Academy, where I help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of classes, such as our 6-day Sublimation Seminar. So if you have not checked that out, go over to our website, shop.hsinc, and enroll in that. We're on day 2 today. We had a wonderful day. As some of you, TikTok, you can see a little bit better. You know what? Let me just turn. Let me switch the camera. Hold on. Let's go settings. And you know what? I think you can add another one. Extra camera. Okay, wait. Why is it not letting me add the extra camera? I'm not on there. Okay, I don't know. So let me just switch it. So you guys can see, like, we talked about a lot of different heat presses today. So today was the breakdown of heat press, a lot of great information to help you choose like the best heat press for you. So I actually brought in, I have all 3. I brought in my little 2, Didn't bring in the 15, couldn't get the 15 by 15 because of the storm, but we went through all of these ovens and stuff like that today. The playback is available if you missed it at 12 noon and you're already enrolled. The links for the playbacks are up, so you can. So like for you guys, see, like we went through all of these heat presses, my 16 by 20 clamshell hybrid to pull out, swing away 12 by 15, my mug press, my cricket press, which I don't really use. Oh, it's not broken though. I just screwed it way too much. And then of course my Hotronics Fusion IQ behind me. So I have a lot of heat presses, and I actually have two Hotronics Fusion IQs now, and we are about to get another heat press as well. So, all right, so yeah, we did that, and then tomorrow is common mistakes and errors. Ooh, didn't realize I hit mute. Common mistakes and errors is day 3. That's going to be a troubleshoot yourself. So since my plans fell through due to the storm, I figured I'd come on and do a little Q&A and answer any questions that you guys may have about your business, Sublimation, Silhouette Studio, paper crafting, eco solvent, printers, all that kind of good jazz. All right. So it's a open forum, open Q&A. I'll do my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can. And yeah, feel free to start dropping your questions. How are you guys doing over here on TikTok? TikTok, and you don't stop. Hello and welcome. Thank you guys for joining me live, and thank you over here as well. Let's go through incredible evening. Incredible evening. Beautiful from Rochester, New York. Hello and incredible evening to you as well. Incredible evening. Hello. I just want to let everyone know that the sublimation is worth it. Do you mean the Sublimation Seminar? Let's see. Hello and oh, how did the third tumbler turn out? Amazing. So I usually don't attempt to do underneath, but someone said, "Oh, you're not able to. You don't know how to. You gotta do your." No, I choose not to. But can I go all the way to the bottom? Wait, which one is it? It can go all the way to the bottom. So I mean, this one does have a little bit. It's more so on the bottom, but you can kind of see it from the side. But it's like that. You have to kind of cut the splits in it. Don't ask me why it shows up purple with these lights. But it see over here, see you guys see it. Well, actually, this is the one that's plain paper setting. It looks a little purple, but these are black. And so I know which one is which because that one has my logo on it. Yeah, I don't know why under these lights they're showing purple. Ooh, my arm, something bit me. Okay, so hello from Orlando. Stay safe. Make sure that you get everything that you need. We're about to, get hit with this. We've actually been pretty good. I like now it's starting to drizzle, but we had so many hours, like 3-4 hours without any rain. Like we didn't get a feeder band. So it's been pretty calm right now. Probably get a bunch of rain in the middle of the night, but it's been pretty calm right now. Yeah, the seminar, definitely worth it. Okay. All righty. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me actually do. I did see it and I did forget to go back. Let me go do that right. Well, did I do it? I don't remember. Actually, no, I thought I saw it. Where did you the professor at HS Inc. Okay, wait. Where did you send the email to? Because it's not at the professor at HS Inc. That's what I wrote on there to email me at the professor. So I'm wondering if I thought I saw one say something. Did you inbox me or email me? Because my regular email address for the professor, I don't see anything there. So log into webmail. Oh, okay. You sent it to admin. All right. Okay. So now that I see yours, I'm gonna drop the so you're on here. So I'm going to go like this. So it's learn.365 creative academy.com. All right. If you go to that website, create a free account, and I'll look for your email address and add you to it. That'll make it a lot easier. That way, if you just go on there and create your free account with the same email address that you emailed me from, that way I can match them up and I can enroll you in there. Okay. So learn.365creativeacademy.com. Oh, you have one already. Okay, hold on. Let me go and do it right now then. Yep, there we go. Awesome, awesome. Oh, you took the switch up and Essential Silhouette Studio. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. You are now enrolled. So just go to your dashboard and you will have access. Just that easy. Okay. Now I saw a few questions here. Need to generate income. What should I be doing? I don't know. Like what do you like to do? Which already have? And we can kind of go from there. All right. I have trouble with my 7720. My magenta and yellow won't print. I've done several cleanings. Okay. You've done several cleanings, but have you made sure that it was primed and have you pushed air? Have you followed those videos? So you have to, with the 7720, those are 252s. Well, I don't know if you're using like R cartridges. If you have cartridges, you have to make sure that they are primed. So on these cartridges, they have the little circle in the middle. So there's a video that you watch. If you've already, so if it's a fresh one, so normally when it's like this and it's sealed, all you have to do is take out the back vent plug, put your syringe without the needle in there, pull, no, I'm sorry, I did it wrong. It goes, you leave that, okay, so you would normally take this out. You're going to move the color plug to the back. You're going to fill it up. Then you're going to put your syringe and needle in the fill hole, pull up, and that's going to prime it. You let it go, so it'll fill in there. So that's priming it. That's one of the first things that you want to do. If it is primed and your center circle is filled, then you just may need to push air. Go ahead and watch the video for that because it'll be in your printer. You want to take the door off, take your syringe, pull it up, put it in the vent hole, push it down with a paper towel underneath. So check out that video and that should get that going for you. My magenta on my 7820 working. Any advice on how to fix it? Is this a chip? This is a cartridge that you have been using for a while, or is it a brand new one? I have a Workforce 7710. I can't get my prints to not have lines. What type of lines? Because there's a couple different types of lines it can be. Are you talking about pinwheel lines? Are you saying that when it prints, it's just a bunch of like lines? Need a little bit more information on that one to be able to give you some direction on what it could possibly be. Because there's a lot of different lines. Is it like big spaces and then like a thin line? So it's a brand new one. All right. Unfortunately, when it comes to the newer Workforce printers, it's hit or miss with the chips. Okay. It's really hit or miss. Doesn't matter where you get your chips from. You can get them from one place, it'll work. Another place, it might work. You get from somewhere, go to that same place, it may not work. And you can go back and forth. Everyone's pretty much getting their chips from the same places overseas. So it's hit or miss. I just went through that when I did my black. I had to go through three different to get one that actually worked. That's just the nature of it. It's just hit or miss. If you got them from us, you'll have to just contact us in regards to that. But it's hit or miss. It's listed on our website. So for every listing that comes with or that uses 812 chips, we have it on there, and we break that down and explain that it's not guaranteed that that chip will work because of the way the newer technology is for the Epson printers. Okay. So I don't have any advice because, I mean, you can try wiping it down with alcohol. Some people say it works. Some people say it doesn't. All right, let's see. I am a beginner. Haven't sublimated anything yet. I have a heat press. I need to get ink and paper from shop.hsink365, of course. We have the best products, best quality. And I want to make a business with this. Any ideas or tips? So what do you mean by as like ideas? So as far as tips, I mean, if you want to make it to a business, the biggest tip that I can give you is practice first. Like, don't go into it just ready to make a sale. Get an understanding of it, because it's not going to always be perfect. You can end up very frustrated and want to give up when little things happen. I also recommend, if you're brand new to it, the best place for beginners is my Sublimation Seminar. I'm going to break it all down for you to really understand what sublimation is, understanding your heat presses, and like that'll also help. Like if you're having issues with pressing things, understanding why those things are messing up. Then we're going to go over like common errors. You're going to understand your software with doing sublimation. Do you want to just purchase items and then resize them and just print them out? Do you want to be able to create your own designs from scratch, or from taking elements and learning how to put them together? So there's a lot to this, but a great place to start is our 6-day Sublimation Seminar. If you want to learn to design in Silhouette Studio, 30-day training. But if you have anything specific, let me know. Like, I mean, I don't know if you want to do small items, if you're trying to do t-shirts, a certain area, certain niche that you want to focus on, because it's all so much. It literally is so much to it. Will do. Yeah, I mean, the kids are home. You know, we have hurricane shutters. We roll them now if it gets kind of crazy, but it's not going to hit like that. It's just they're worried about tornadoes. Is process for the ink? No. So what priming does is basically all priming is to fill this circle. Oh, there's the rain. Did my mom leave? Oh, no, she's here. So it's filling this circle, because the way that this particular style cartridge works. So this style, and this is the long one for the 812, but there is a style that is like this with no center circle. These are not chambers. These are just vent areas. But the ones that are like this, if you look really closely, it goes from inside here. There is a little tube that goes up through here and goes into this. So that feeds the ink into there. The ink from here, it's not just an open line inside here. It goes through here and it pulls it from here. So you have to put in that center circle right there. So that's to prime this style cartridge, because that's where your ink is pulling from. You've never seen pinwheels. You probably have. People call them pizza wheels. I don't understand why people call them pizza wheels. I call them pinwheels, but it's like the little dots that you might get on a print if it doesn't dry fast enough before it hits all those little metal and plastic wheels inside the printer. If your ink isn't dry before it hits that, you get like little pin dots on it. I was trying to see if I had a print around here that might have it on there. Ooh, here's a good, if somebody said something about lines. Ooh, I have 2 prints here with lines. This should, you can tell me if your lines are like this. I can probably help you. Just so happen to have some with lines. All right, so not sure. Hold on, let me back y'all up. I'm gonna be all up in y'all ears. Hold on. All right. So if you look closely on here, I'm showing this to someone on TikTok. So you see how those lines are? Do you have lines like that? Is it, I mean, you can barely see those. Is it like this? Or is it kind of like this, but wider? A lot of lines all over. When it prints out, mainly blues. So if it's mainly like on your blues and you see a lot of lines, if it's not pin dots, have you done a nozzle check? A nozzle check is always going to be your first line of, and that tells you the current state of your print heads. So whenever you suspect a color might be missing, you have broken lines, it's like a bunch of lines in it, always do a nozzle check and see if there are any major broken lines or any colors that are completely missing altogether. And then that's where your problem lies. Oh, whoa, what the hell just happened there? All right, let's take you up and let's take you down. Ooh, the lights were right in my eyes. I have an Ego Tank 2720. How often should I do a head cleaning for lines or dots? So dots has nothing to do with print head cleaning. Dots has everything to do with your print settings. If you're using a setting like premium matte or like photo glossy, and you're using a paper that cannot absorb that high volume of ink, as it prints, it's not going to dry fast enough. So as it goes through, it's going to get those little dots, and you're going to see it's basically picking up that ink because it's still wet. And it can transfer, like in the white area, it can transfer into that area. So the only way to kind of prevent that is to adjust your print settings. I use plain paper setting, and video on that, it breaks all of it down. In my bio, takes you to my print settings and all of that, and you'll watch that video. I use plain paper bright white set to high quiet mode on, and then I adjust my density. If you want to use premium matte, you have to take your density down to like the negatives, -20 and below, to keep from getting those pinwheels. So yeah, if it's like this one, then that means there's a void of color somewhere. So when this happened, I think it was, I forget which color was messed up. So with this one, I did a nozzle check, and one of the colors had bad broken lines. So I had to fix that. All right, let's see. How can you join the seminar? Head over to our website, shop.hsinc365. Let me just go over here. Share screen. All right, so I'm just going to open up a new window here. So we're going to open up, we're going to go to our website, and you're going to scroll down, and right here, you can enroll in the 6-day Sublimation Seminar. You get unlimited access to the playback. So although you have missed day 1 and day 2, the playbacks are there for you right now. So as soon as you log into it, you get to your dashboard, you'll be able to go to the second chapter, and it's going to give you how to get access to those playbacks. And then you're going to go down to the one that says Zoom. It might still say the first day, but it's the same exact link every single day. Click on that one I think it'll say like join the Zoom. It's going to be a pop-up, or you should get like another window that's going to tell you to register for the class. And then you can, just click on it to register for all of the dates. and you can either go through it, get to it from your email, you can save it to your calendar, or you can always come back to the dashboard and just click on that same join meeting, and you'll be able to join us for day 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just come right 6-day sublimation seminar. Oh, look. So when I went to Starbucks the other day, although homegirl to spell it, but I was like, I took a picture of it. Even when I went in there, that's how I wrote my name. Although I don't know what the heck she was thinking, like, and how she spelled it, but the professor. It was kind of interesting to hear them call my name like that in Starbucks. All right. I have a 7720 old prints off, did nozzle check, broken lines, did a clean, still broken lines. Then you need to do the push air. Not like that for me, way worse, broken lines. So you need to follow my video for push air. If you click the link in my bio, scroll down, I think it says troubleshooting. There's a video for push air. You want to do that video, follow that video. It's going to force the air through your vent hole, which is going to force ink out of your print head and clear out any air clogs that you have. Don't forget to go ahead and double tap the screen, information that has helped you. I have an Epson 7210 with pigment ink, HS ink, and my black grayish blue. I have changed out the cartridge with another one, still the same. Do you have any suggestions up? So normally if it's printing a grayish blue, that normally only happens. Which print settings are you using? It only happens if you are using the photo glossy, but you are printing on regular matte paper, or a lot of times if you are printing on glossy, the photo matte setting. If you use plain paper, or if you do a nozzle check and it comes out black and not the grayish blue, then it's probably your print settings. So how you always tell, this is like literally the foundation for all troubleshooting, is a nozzle check. A nozzle check prints out just from those colors. So if you do a nozzle check and it's showing an actual black, it is something with your print settings or your paper. Do you have 24-inch tacky paper, 2-inch cord that's compatible? Yes, that's exactly how our 24 inches. You get 2 in a set. So they're sold in sets of 2. I just went through that. Watch my video for push air. I don't think I forgot to put my helpful links, which is basically my link tree. So I will put this up there for you guys. But if you search Honestly Speaking, SPINK air on YouTube, the video will come up. But it's basically using your syringe. Now, if you're still using Epson inks, it doesn't work. You need to go to our site and get a set of refillables. That method, as far as push air, only works if you're using refillable cartridges, whether it's ours or anyone else. Yes, the price does increase October 1st. Thanks for explaining. So pinwheel lines aren't the lines, but dots caused by the gear teeth, right? Yes, correct. Do you happen to know what error code for 720? I keep getting it, but I can't find anything wrong. That might be one that's like a motherboard. I don't know like all the codes, but if it's the one that once you turn it off and turn it back on, it does not clear, then that is a system failure. So it's a hard failures or something with the motherboard. Really nothing that you can do about it because they don't have those printers anymore. If you happen to still be under warranty, they're going to send you a 7840 if you happen to still be under warranty, since they don't make those printers anymore. So it's just a hardware failure mode. Oh my God, Miss Johnson. I just realized that was you. Thank you so much. Where the heck did they go? We just got them. Like literally just got them. So I'm not sure if you sent them closer to the anniversary. Dang it. Man, why is it that when I want stuff, I can't find it? We literally got your gift. Thank you so much. And I missed seminar today, and I forgot. Where are they? Okay, hold on. They already took one. I wanted the blue one. But thank you so much. 2-year anniversary pins. Woohoo! Thank you. She made us pins. We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary, so our 2-year anniversary of releasing our product line. And they got here late. Well, way afterwards. But thank you so much. I love the like, oh my God, y'all. This is like such amazing presentation. So it's like the little foam. I have some even down there. I looked at them, I was like, oh wow, this is the one with the heat. So it's like the little foam, and she cut like, like the hanger thing in it. And so this is like one whole set, but then these are individuals and they're like glued. So I love, and I saw this, I was like, oh my God, Miss Johnson always has like the best presentation. I still have yet to open up the box that she sent because it's all wrapped all nicely, and it had, well, I opened it, this stuff is still in there. She had like the tissue paper, like the black crinkles for our colors. So I was like, that is so dope. So I was like, this presentation was so nice. Oh, this is a mirror. This is a mirror. Good morning, gorgeous. Oh, wow. I thought they were all pins. Wait a minute now. Hold on. This one is a mirror too. See, I kind of saw this one. So this one that's like, this is all of the pins. I thought they were all pins. That's why those were individually wrapped, because they would have slid down. Smart cookie, smart cookie. But here are my buttons. Yay. Thank you so much. And I have a button machine. I didn't even think to make buttons for our anniversary. I even Unfortunately, the downsides of eco tanks, there is for it other than a sex of print head cleanings, which fills up your maintenance tank. You can try the power cleaning. Some people are able to just do like one print head cleaning. Some people are able to basically print out a purge file, which is really strips of black, cyan, magenta, yellow, and you're trying to force ink out of those channels to clear up any air clogs. But the power clean really is the only, I've done that for this one and it still hasn't cleared it up. That's the one downside of EcoTank printers. When it goes wrong, there is no actual maintenance for it. Yes. Wait, thank you. And yes, it's showing back on print nozzle checks. I will go back into my settings and check it out. Settings. See, look, there's some mirrors too. Oh, people always late because I got the pouches a whole year later. Yep, that's why you have them individually. All right. Any other questions for me, guys? This is an open Q&A. You guys are more than welcome to. Yeah, it's probably getting blurry. It's starting to storm out, so the internet's probably going in and out. Not sure how it's coming across for you guys on TikTok. But over here, it might be a little wonky because it is starting to storm. It's starting to pour. And I do see my signal going up and down. But I'll just go ahead and, as they say on TikTok, on Clubhouse, I'm going to reset the room. I am Shakeya, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC, parent company of Silholics Anonymous. So if you have questions about Silhouette Studio, I have it open. I can answer that for you. I'm about sublimation. We sell sublimation ink, sublimation paper, the best butcher paper required, or any type of cover sheet really on top. It doesn't gas out through the back. You can press at 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. Let's see. We also have the sublimation ink. We have heat tape, all that kind of good jazz. And I have a wide variety of classes that you guys can take for business, for designing, for learning sublimation, like beginner classes. The new schedule is supposed to be out, but it's just been crazy because we decided to make a move and remove our production out of here. So it's been kind of a crazy weekend. I couldn't get them all up, but I'm gonna get them up because new classes start the first Wednesday in October. I need to order some 8.5 by 14 paper. It's great quality. It is incredible quality paper. Our products, we dropped January or February. So it's been over 6 months. So we gave everyone an opportunity to get the paper. I mean, else is going up. Cost of living, it's inflation, everything is going up. So our products, the price will change October. I just purchased these entries to Silhouette Studio. Yay. Okay, wait. Let me make sure. Our Academy site, which is Thinkific, has been going through some like craziness. So I want to make sure that you are actually enrolled because it was doing some crazy stuff where, oh, yep, yours, it looks like it worked. Yep. From the 17th until like maybe yesterday, day before yesterday, when people were signing up for stuff, it wasn't creating an account and it wasn't enrolling them in the classes. So it looks like that has been fixed because I do see that they've made some change on the back end of it. So I guess all that is done now. So you're moving and grooving. You're at, it's like 13%. So remember, you're going to see some things at the end of it. Don't skip the part with the playlist. That's where all 30 days are. Okay. Y'all happy? Y'all do understand. Now you have the best instructor in this industry, in this game of Silhouette Studio, sublimation, just creative business. You have the best, the absolute best, offering you free help. If you don't take advantage of it, that's on you. But I was watching what's his name? Oh my God, he's on TikTok. He was a substitute at one point. Johnson. Oh God. Is it Will? Or something like that or whatever. And it was like what black teachers always say, oh, I got my degree. You got to get yours. I know this stuff. You have literally is the best. One of, not the best in this industry. Not very many things that I can't answer as it relates to paper crafting, print and cuts, eco solvent, sublimation, using pigment ink, dye inks, business related Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, Illustrator. Canva I only use for social media. I was using it. I have been using it. My sister uses it more than I do. But one of the best. And I'm giving you guys an opportunity to pick my brain and for me to in real time. But if there are no questions, I don't want to, twist your arm, force you to ask a question. We'll go ahead and we will end this session before an hour. My next step is upgrading to business edition. If you went through like that first one, you'll see like all of the benefits and things like that of it. You can get through the entire 30 days without the business edition. But if you do need it, there is a link that you can click that's right in the course, or you can always go to our website and click where it says Studio Business Edition, and that'll take you where you can get it for, I want to say it's $89 now instead of $99. You're saving. Amen. The best instructor. Pass the collection plate. Okay, so I was trying to weld something and it wasn't working. Took me a minute, but finally remembered points to make sure they were overlapped. Learn that from you. Thanks. Yeah, so that's something that is very, very important. There must be some overlap. Even if it's like just it's touching and it's back to back, it's not going to weld. You must create overlap. So I'm going to show you guys what she is referring to. I'm just going to kind of create a little shape here. Okay, so I think it's a hairline. I haven't gone to the merge. I haven't gone to doctors. I can still move it, but it still hurts like crap. So when she had won the Final Four HOH, I was jumping up and down. My guillotine cutter was in the living room, and I hit that sucker, and it hurt like hell. And this has been hurting like I don't know what. And when she won, I said, my husband's like, "See, your little messed up finger wasn't for nothing." Man, I screamed and screamed, and I'm like, it would have been unanimous, but I understand Turner wanted to give Monty a vote. I think after that, he realized that Taylor was going to get all those votes, so I think he gave Monty a sympathy vote. But oh my gosh, I was so freaking excited. Even more excited when I saw the video of her hanging out with Joseph instead of Monty. Yeah. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm a huge Big Brother fan, and the one that I was rooting for since day one walked into that house, Taylor Hale won BB 24, first African-American female on the regular season, because Tamar was the first African-American and African-American woman, and biggest prize because she won, and she won America's Favorite House Guest. So yay, Taylor. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up. Hold on. I didn't mean to click on that. We're going to switch over here, and we're going to switch you guys. So in here, it's in flip camera. All right. I'm going to turn y'all a little bit like this. All right. So let's say we have a box here. We're going to fill this in with some color. Going to duplicate that over to the side. Fill this in with a different color, so you can see that they are two separate ones. I'm going to pull this down and move this over just ever so slightly. Okay, so we're going to take these two and we're going to weld. So when we weld, look, I can still move this. Oh wait, I'm going to do another one. So same thing, I'm going to hit here and I'm going to go weld. I can still move it. All I did was move it over. Now, depending on how it is, like technically I could just take this, scooch it over, just even that little bit. And if I weld, it now becomes one. You must have some sort of overlap. So what she did though was she double clicked on one. And you can add like an edit point and then pull it down where it crosses over. And then when you select it and weld, it welds as one. So that's what she was saying here, where, wait, where'd it go? Right here, when she says she remembered that you had to have overlap, so she adjusted her edit points, okay? Oh, he said that? Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, he said it in an interview. Ah, okay. I thought it was a sympathy vote. Yes, she took it all, baby. Yes. And Joseph was just sitting there smiling all big, but he gonna be mad when he watched them replays. Woo, he go back and see. Well, the one good thing, I mean, it's like a bunch of people like on the internet that's gonna have like what happened, although they don't really show it because you can't really like rewind live feeds, but whatever like a little bit they did show on the actual TV show. Don't know how Joseph's gonna feel about that, but okay. Lately, when I make an SVG in Silhouette Studio and try opening in Cricut Design Space, it won't open for some reason. What do you mean like it won't open? It'll say corrupted file. There is no file. That's going to tell you that part of it can't be an SVG. You got to give me a little bit more than that. Like it'll just not open whatsoever and say it can't find the file. The Creative Academy restarts again, and what to expect because I have because I know it will be lots of wow factor. Give me a second. I'll kind of break down some of the stuff. I got to go find my calendar of what's coming up for the Academy in October and November. All right, you have a question? Cool beans. What is the difference between using edit points to adjust your design versus moving each piece to um it's I'm not sure if you're in the 30-day. I mean, it is different. So something like this will be easy to just overlap. So what, like, I guess if we do this, what the major difference would be is really like, I mean, for something like, let's see. Y'all know I love to use stars. So let's just use a star here. And then we're going to just convert to path and make that a duplicate. Okay. So, I mean, it can be a couple different things. Like when you're designing, let's say, actually, you know what? No, let's do it this way. HSINK. And we're going to do it in a script font. Definitely not that one. Won't really be able to see that. Okay, let's take this one for example. Let's fill in with some color. Okay, so I'm just gonna maybe move this over just a little. If I was designing this and let's say I wanted this to be like this specific width, I don't want it to change at all. If you move anything, if I move this back, this goes from being not 1.98 to 1.941. Not a very big difference, but you're designing something, you may not want it to move, may not want to adjust it at all. So of course you can move or adjust this. Or like right here, you could technically make the end bigger to make it cross over, but then you're changing the size of the end. So in this, click on this to bring up my edit points. And I'm going to pull this out just enough to overlap with the K so that when I select it and weld, I'm not changing the size of anything. So that's one of the reasons why someone may do that. Now, if it is something that is simply like stars, it's more so like the same thing. So we're going to put this like right here. All right. And again, if you move it over, you're changing like the space. You are changing, like, let's say let's say this right here was forming a specific shape. Once you had them butted up against each other, you wanted it to form a perfect peak. But if you move it over, you're changing where that center point is. So instead of moving it over, like moving either one of them over, you may end up double clicking. We're going to add, I got to zoom in some. Okay, I'm going to add a point. All right. Oh, come on. Okay, let's just move it there. And we're going to move it over some. I need to add an anchor point. Oh, come on. Why don't you want to add an anchor point? And then I'll like move this over just a little so that I still kind of have my center right there. And then I can weld them both and they're just like that. So I don't want it to necessarily completely overlap. Like I literally need just a little bit of overlap and I want to kind of keep my center point there. Someone may decide to move edit points for that reason. More than one reason why you would move edit points versus just moving the whole thing. What size do you use for images for 20-ounce tumblers? Because I don't have, because you don't have to fill an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I use, so I'll come over here because I have a whole bunch over here. And you'll see the size that I use. Oh, these were tapered tumblers. So we're going to come here and this one right there. I used to use 1.25, but certain, like a lot of the tumblers I have been getting lately have been a little bit taller than a little bit taller than 8 inches. Like they've been like 8.125. So most times now I'll do 8.25 instead of 8.125, but this is typically what I make my box to. So 9.35 by 8.125 is what I make the box. If I'm designing in it, I'm going to design within that. So let's say I wanted to make this into a tumbler, right? I'm going to make a box and I'm going to make that 9.35 by 8.125. Okay, so this I won't really be able. So if I make this bigger to try and fill, let's see, how much am I going to lose? If I move this, oh no, see, I'm going to end up cutting off part of them. I still have space up here. Some people will do this. They'll take it from right here, which you guys can't see. Hold on. They'll take it from like the top or the bottom and they'll stretch it. Oh my gosh, I don't ever do that. This one doesn't, it's not that bad to go in and stretch it just a little bit, but I don't typically do this because you are distorting the image and you're making things squished in. You might not be able to tell like with this one so much, but let's say something like this. And if I put it here and I stretch it down, that's as far as it really, like goes. If I this out, I'm stretching the words and I don't like the way that looks, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to undo. We'll do that and be okay with it. I'm just one where I don't like that look of it looking stretched out. If I know that it's supposed to, lost power. If I know it's supposed to be like this. So a design like this, because the words go like, I don't know, I got this somewhere from on going to do it for my nephew. So because the words go like right to the edge, I wouldn't even make this go all the way down. I'm going to make it smaller. Uh-oh. So I'm going to shrink that down, make it smaller. I'm going to center it into that box, and I'm going to fill that box in with black or whatever color this is by sampling it and sending it to the back. So now this looks seamless because it had a solid color around it, and it makes it to where, because I make it a little bit bigger on the bottom, it's not going to cut anything off. I don't have to stretch it or anything like that. So typically that's what I would end up doing with a design like that, is just putting a background on it and placing it in the middle, and it's just going to be solid black. Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. All right. So I use 9.35 by 8.125 or 8.25, depending on the tumbler that I am using. And once you have this, I'm just going to group it together. For your 8.5 by 11-inch paper, let's just center this to page. We're going to make this 8.5 by 11. We just take it, rotate it 90 degrees, place it somewhere on here, and print it out. There we go. I move it into, I put it in portrait mode, I design, and I print it as portrait. It shows like it's going to open, but when the screen starts to transfer the item, the design space is blank, nothing loaded. When you saved your SVG, was it in the center or was it like off of your page somewhere? If it page somewhere, then you want to click on it and tell it to go position 1-1 to make it come down. Let's see. Let's go here and all right. So I'm going to put that over there, right? And we're going to go File, Save, and we're going to go HS. We're going to go HS Inc. Live Demo. Remember to delete. I'm going to make that an SVG. Put it on my desktop so that I hopefully remember to delete it, although I never remember to delete it. And then we're going to go over to Cricut Design Space. And while that's opening, I'm going to take this and put it. We're going to change the color. And we're going to go File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive, SVG, Ink Live. Remember to delete 2. Okay. All right. So we're going to go upload image, browse, quick access. Remember to delete. That's going to be there. Upload. Well, I don't know. This one might show because it didn't show all off in the top. So I'm not sure. It might. Oh, no. See, this one came up. But sometimes it's like, wait, like right here. Look at your position and see if it says like -10 somewhere in there, and then like just make that 0, 0, and it will pull it down, because that's what used to happen. I'm not sure which version of Silhouette Studio you're using, but that used to kind of happen where it would put it like way up yonder, so it's still there. When it opens, do you see anything here? So it'll go through the motions, you'll see it, you'll open it. Do you see anything here? So if you see it here, it's on the screen. It just might be in a position that's at like negative. Okay. And then the other one should come up too. So upload images, browse, quick access to up. Yeah, because normally it shows like way off in the corner. Let's see if this one did it. Let's go upload, add to canvas. I don't remember how this one came up. Oh, this one just came in small. Yeah, it's kind of like in the same area. But yeah, just check and see if it says negative. So if nothing shows up, then go back in. Like, is this just one file that's doing that? Is it every single file that you're doing that's doing that? Because I mean, you just saw I just save it. So try saving another file to see if it was just a glitch, if it was only happening with one. All right. I have a friend who has a Cameo 4. She upgraded, but she said now that they're taking out 50 a month for Silhouette. Is that right? She signed up to the wrong website. No, there should not be a $50 a month for business. Business edition is a one-time fee. Unless I'm missing something, let me go to Silhouette. See, I mean, I've never heard of them charging SilhouetteAmerica.com. The software. Apply and manage. Oh, well, if I sign in, actually, no, let me sign out. sign out, because of course my license keys are going to be there. Products, software, upgrade and buy. Yeah, I've never, it's a one-time fee. Oh, even there, 89. I think Swing Design might be 88.99. They're 89.99, so it's still not even $100 anymore. But yeah, it's never been a monthly fee, so I'm not sure what she signed up for and on which website. So even from Silhouette Studio, or if you end up going to Swing Design, which if you go to my website and you click here where it says Business Edition upgrade. So yeah, see, theirs is $1 less right now. Oh wait, you can't see. And you couldn't see the other one. I'll go back. It's $1 less right now, but it's a one-time fee for it. It's not something that you just keep paying for over and over. So outside of these two websites, straight from Silhouette America or from Swing Design, don't know which one she's using. Those are only two that I normally send people to, is Swing Design, Silhouette America. As you can see, Silhouette America is definitely not a monthly subscription. We are filling the outer bands of it. It's not supposed to hit us. It's far, far, far from us. And then on where I'm at, I'm like closer to the, closer to I'm not on the Gulf Coast. I'm on like the Atlantic Ocean side. So we're not supposed to get like any, like the brunt of the storm, but we're going to get all the feeder bands, which is the worst part of it. Anyway, because that's where you get a lot of rain. I can see the full image I read that one. I just purchased tacky paper. Can't wait to try it. Awesome. Let's see. Do I teach in YouTube too? What do you mean? Yes. So if you're saying, do I have YouTube videos? Yes, I do. My channels are Silaholics Anonymous and Honestly Speaking. The links to get to my channels are in bio. So you can click on that to find my channel. So I have that, but I also have my academy where I teach you in more detail. A lot of my older videos really go like into like details and step by step. I have quick videos. Pretty much now what I do, because I've done 7 years, every once in a while, I'll have like a detailed planned out tutorial like we did the pumpkin last week. But for the most part, I pretty much do Q&A style. If you want like the details, then you join my academy. I have my Cameo, but I have so much to learn. But start off with my free videos over on YouTube, Silaholics Anonymous. And you can start there, and then when you need more help, you can attend any of the classes within my academy. I almost wish I would have set up my heat press and press something, but I'm somewhat kind of trying to wait until Saturday. I didn't have anything planned as far as like, printing out. Don't have any like pending orders right now, as we're prepping to make some moves and some changes. So I don't really have anything, but I wish I could show you guys like pressing. But definitely next week after I get through the Sublimation Seminar, because I don't want to, I've already planned all this stuff out for Saturday, and all that stuff is going to pretty much go to waste anyway. You're very welcome. All right, so someone asked about the new lineup. Let me grab my this is not my calendar. Here's my calendar. That's a huge bookmark. All right, what's on tap for the Academy? Trying to determine if our class is fitting your budget. Pretty much like going into like, especially through the end of the year. Oh my God, I hate my ear starts ringing. Okay, there we go. If it's a single, to figure out how much my classes will cost, if it's a 1-day class, it's $23.65. If it's a 2-day class, it's $33.65. So that means if it's a 3-day class, how much is it going to be? If it's a 4-day class, how much will it be? Day class. So a 1-day class, $23.65. If it's a 2-day class, it is $33.65. So if it's a three-day class, we're going to be about where? That's kind of like the pricing structure. My classes are very affordable. I could definitely charge more. I choose not to. I want to be able to make it where I can teach to the masses. I'm waiting for the day where I literally have like over 200 people, eventually 500 people in one of my classes. So I like to keep it affordable. I want to help as many people as possible. I definitely could take it up. And people say, well, that's not my audience. That's not your customer. They don't want to pay your price. I'd rather have a boatload of people versus like 10, 15, 20 people. I like to teach to the masses. So my prices are very, very affordable. Okay. So we have on tap the program. So it's like meeting weekly. This to start it off, to also try and help you guys get ready for like the end of the year. It is our creative business program for beginners. Truly for beginners, getting into this and having no website. So like it starts October 5th. Like for a full program, the pricing structure is a little bit different, but it's kind of like almost like a mass discovery call, and trying to help you guys determine what your niche in your market is. Week 2, we're going to go through time management, really determining how much time you actually have for your business so that you'll be realistic about what you expect to make for the upcoming year. We're going to go through week 3, how to properly plan and budget, how to do your inventory, and like with planning as far as like how to order it, how to track your inventory. Week 4 is pricing. Week 5 is your ordering, like going over what your ordering process is. What's your onboarding with your customers? What steps you take them through with them, from them contacting you to placing the order to delivering the order to them. So what is that process? Streamlining that to where professional, if you don't have a website, and it's just like an enjoyable process for them. So we're going to help you through creating that. Week 4, 5, 6 is marketing, both local and online. 7 is processing your orders, everything from packing to shipping. Determining if you need, like for those who want to have all like the extra stuff in there, what does that look like? What's that's going to cost you? How do you even get that done? So if you want to kind of have certain packaging, maybe even help you decide what type of boxes and things that you need. Some people are okay with shipping their orders out in the USPS boxes. They're like, whatever. Hey, they're free. It's no overhead. Some people don't. Some people want it to be a box that they can, don't have all of that stuff on it. Even if it's just a plain brown box and you're able to put your branding on it, in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to go through that. The week of Thanksgiving, there's no classes because we are going on vacation. And then week 8, that's the joy of November, having 5 Wednesdays. So then week 8, we're kind of do kind of a wrap up, go over a lot of those things, and just make sure that you guys are like really, really set. And again, this is for those who don't have a website. This is the beginning level of getting all that stuff done. Then in December, like once my kids are out of school and they're on break, I don't do any classes. So for the first 2 weeks in December, be doing kind of like a lot of pop-up classes and not really starting a program. But then in January, we're going to start like level 2 of this. So now this is those who have a website. Maybe you want to really ramp up as far as like doing email marketing, running any ads and things like that. So it'll be progressive for because not everyone is ready to hack site and do all this crazy stuff. Like you don't want overhead. And then eventually I'll have a session where we're going to talk about moving into a brick and mortar or a separate space if that's what you desire. So my creative business program is really going to go step by step by step by step by step. All right. Other stuff that's on tap for October. We have an out of the box. So for those who have your machine, it's still sitting in a box. You haven't used it yet. You're not comfortable with it. We actually have 2 out of the box scheduled for October. We have the switch up part 2. We have Essentials to Photoshop. It is another week-long training to really go through Essentials of Photoshop. That is the second to last week in October. And we have the 6th and the 7th, my holiday sales to prepare you, help you prepare. Last year, it was amazing. Everything from like just planning out, knowing what you want to do, going through some strategies for marketing. How should you be posting it on social media? So that is the 6th and the 7th. I probably should release that one soon, but that is the 6th and the 7th. It was supposed to be this week, but I ended up doing the summation this week. So it's going to be the first week in October, the holiday sales. All right. So that's that. And then November, we can get to November, but October is like the big one. How do you avoid moisture when sublimating? What are you getting moisture on? Because I really don't. The only time I have like moisture would be like if I'm doing plaques, and because of the wood, so I basically pre-press that to not have like it be so much. I don't pre-press shirts, so I don't get moisture from that. Can you tell me what substrates you're using where you're getting moisture? Because I typically don't get a lot of moisture at all. Only time I really have to worry about it, and it might be some moisture, is if I'm using the tacky paper. You do have to remove the moisture from your shirts in order for the tacky paper to actually stick. So I pre-press it for a little bit just to remove it. So my current sublimation seminar, day 1, we went over the basics of sublimation and really broke it down. Really broke down what it is, like the true like what how can I say it? I broke it down. It was 2 sessions, 101, really what summation is, because a lot of people are confused about what it is. So that's why people ask questions like, I broke down what things you can sublimate to, what are you going to your necessities. So that was really like Sublimation 101, intro to it. Today we went over heat presses. So like all these different ones, went through features. A lot of people, this helps me. I know what I'm going to be looking for. Oh man, I wish I would have did this, X, Y, and Z. So we went through a bunch of different things for heat presses. I geeked out. I mean, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm a nerd. So I kind of geeked out on it. Tomorrow is common mistakes and errors and how to work your way through them. So if you're having an issue with your printer, understanding like how you asked about the lines, if it's pinwheel lines, if it's major like breaking in it, how can you tell if you're completely missing a color? So it's a bunch of little things like that for common mistakes and errors. When you're pressing, why is it that like your colors may not come out? Is it your temperature? Is it your pressure? Is it X, Y, and Z? So common mistakes and errors is tomorrow. That's day 3. Day 4 is design softwares. I had to think of what it was, and my kids are going to be home, so hopefully we can keep them quiet. We're going to go over design softwares, going through each one, what's the pros and cons, how, like, what type of designs do you make in each one. Of course, Silhouette Studio is like my main one. So I'm going to show you a little bit about like, sizing and creating things like that. In that one, Photoshop, Illustrator. I'm going to show you what happens when you design something in Canva and you're trying to take it over to Silhouette. So all of that would be in on day 4. Day 5 is understanding substrate. So we're going to like pretty much all the substrates that we're going to use on day 6. There's distinctive things about them. I gave an example in the class about spandex and the proper way to like press it to not get lines of demarcation. I also showed an example of a coaster. So we're going to kind of go through that, and I'll explain that more and how to make that template. What does that look like when you're using paper? How many could you get on a sheet of paper? So like we're going to go through all of that with understanding your substrates. Why is it that you can press the exact same design to a can cooler, a mug, a tote, a shirt, a mouse pad, a coaster, and they all look different, slightly different? Like, why does the colors change? So I'm going to help you understand your substrate. Pressing is like, wait, what happened here? This ain't what it's supposed to be doing. So that's day 5. And then day 6, we're going to do a lot of hands-on pressing and sublimating. I'm going to do a whole bunch of ish. I'm not going to do it to where all of the items you guys have to have them, or I'm going to wait for everyone to press theirs and kind of say, okay, well, mine messed up, and help everyone through everything. But I know, like, definitely for shirts, for tumblers, using the mug press, being able to adjust your pressure and stuff like that, we're going to go 6. So that's the lineup of the Sublimation Seminar. Damn. So basically, I should have been in this. You can still join. Those were really basic, and you get the playback. So it's not like it's a okay, you had to be there type deal. You missed everything. You join right now. Go to the website, join right now. You're going to see that link. You're going to be able to watch day 1. We did 2 sessions, pretty much the same for me, but different questions. So you'll be able to watch like the morning session and the evening. And then you'll be able to watch today. Well, it's not morning, it's an afternoon session. All the sessions. And then day 1 and day 4 have a 6:30 p.m. session. So you'll be able to watch that and go over like all the heat press and stuff. Today went a little bit longer, I will say. Tomorrow will be on reference my notes at all today. So I geeked out, went a little bit overboard, went a little bit over, but it's still a lot of great information in today's lesson. And then you'll be there for tomorrow. So you've only missed 2 days. Definitely still have time to go ahead and go to the website shop.hsinc, and sign up or enroll in the Sublimation Seminar. So you're not too late. And someone on another live said, you sell eco-solvent items. Is that true? No, I don't sell eco-solvent. I don't sell the ink. I do have a Roland BN20 printer, but we're not currently selling items from it. Once we are moving operations out of here and we have a little bit more space, but it's going to be a lot of stipulations because we're not editing anything, maybe size-wise, but your artwork has to be ready to go when you send it to us. Okay, let's see. There's questions. This is an open Q&A. So there's no such thing as random questions when I'm doing a live with the professor. But any chance to hop in today? Any updates on reusable chips for the workforce? So nope, it's never going to be a auto reset, and there's not going to be a chip resetter. You guys can probably stop holding out for that because of the way Epson made those particular printers. Each chip has a serial number, so most likely won't be one. Now they would, because we're like a year and a half in from when those were dropped, and as far as the chips being out, but nope. So you can probably not hold your breath on getting a reset option or a resetter. She says, yes, switch up and Photoshop. I'm taking those. It was me that asked, okay, so there won't be a monthly fee like I was in last year, like bachelor's and master's. No. So I'm not sure if you, some of the last ones, the way that structure was, no, we're not doing that one anymore. I'm going to end up doing different programs, kind of like than 3 months. So when I'm doing one, I do have one that's going to be designed starting in the new year, because again, December I don't work the last 2 weeks when the kids are on vacation. Although this year it's actually the last week of December and the first week of January, which is throwing me off. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. So my kids may have to be like, I may have to. I don't know how I'm gonna do that one because it's the last week. It's last week and then first week. But starting in the new year, I'll have like some of these programs will be a 3-month program. I'm never ever doing a year-long program again. She says I'll be seeing a lot of you next month. Awesome, awesome. This was a lineup of my new classes for the academy that's coming up. He says, me too. Keep me straight, don't want to miss. All right. Got it. Really appreciate you and your content. Yay. Thank you for that. The best classes I've ever taken. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for the Essentials of Photoshop to come back around because it's been well over a year since I think the last one. So I'm trying to think. The last one I think I did it in the boot camp, right? So yeah, it's probably been like maybe 2 years since I did the Essentials to Photoshop. All right. No other questions. Goes out. Y'all better learn. Y'all don't have a lot of people that here and really give you an opportunity for a Q&A. And as much as I love doing this, it makes no sense for me to kind of have like major questions. So we'll see how this goes. Although this was the impromptu. Normally, y'all are probably looking for me like tomorrow. Wednesdays is normally my day to go into my lives. I'm going to try my best to get on first thing in the morning, being the fact that my kids don't have school. We're going to see how that works. Hopefully they actually sleep in. The other time when we're trying to wake them up from school, it's a fight. So I'm hoping tomorrow, because they can actually sleep in, we're not going to let any alarms go off. They stay their butts in bed, which I have a sneaky feeling that's not going to happen. They'll probably be up at the crack of dawn. Yet we have to struggle with them on regular school days. So hopefully I can get on for my 9 a.m. because then I go into day 3 of the Sublimation Seminar at noon. And then I will be back in the evening. I normally do like a morning, afternoon, evening, but because I have the Sublimation Seminar in the afternoon, I'll be back closer, like later in the evening to do the live Q&A, like my standard Wednesday one. Watch TV, just you. Hey, you're doing that for you. There's so much great content on my YouTube channel. So if you're just pouring all of that knowledge into yourself, all you can do is be better in your journey, whether it's just a personal creative journey or if it's a creative journey for business. I keep pouring that in. Keep notes. If you don't have a notebook, definitely get one and then get you some of get you some tabs. So that's what I have at the top of mine. So it's separated by sections for different things. Definitely get yourself a big journal or notebook to be able to take your notes in, get you some tabs so that you can separate, like if it was something that was for silhouette, sublimation, for business, if it was website notes, and you can keep all of those together. Highly recommend. Y'all see, even I have one today. I was going crazy. Like I had to pause the class because I couldn't find my notebook. I'm lost without my creative journal. Have you tried sublimation with DTF powder? Heck no. That is not sublimation. That is pointless. I am not going to do anything trying to get onto a cotton shirt. I am one who is truly about sublimation. So if it's not something that's meant, your girl's not doing it. It's a lot of hacks and all this stuff around there. I don't see the purpose of doing that. There are other methods that work better. From the ones that I've seen, they still pull and crack. Anybody got time for that? But I am one. I don't attempt to put sublimation, ink, gas to cotton unless it is going on Easy Subly, glow in the dark HTV, glitter HTV. Anything else, I don't use any sprays. I'm not using any powders. None of it. And I used to say like Jet Pro 3G, but I really don't. If it's something like Jet Pro 3G, I'm not going to use Sublimation ink. I'm just going to use my. So for that, it would be doing a print and cut. So we're talking Jet Pro 3G or a DTV, but the powder, not for me. Some other people who I've seen have done some great videos for it, but you will never see me doing it. It's just not my thing. I have not gotten it yet, but they've been tripping at UPS, so I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. Hello. I'm so mad at myself, so imperfectly qualified. I was so busy yesterday. I had my imperfectly qualified shirt on because it was like to celebrate also Taylor Hale winning Big Brother, because to me it was just like a message for that too. Her being just imperfectly qualified to be the winner of BB24, and just like she said, it was perseverance. And that I just had to wear that shirt for her. I kind of wish I had a Michigan blue type. Oh, but that would be Michigan is blue. And now the colors are blue and gold. But like be like the cookout and wear Michigan blue. And I wish I had a blue version of that shirt, but I wore my yellow one. And that was in honor of Taylor winning BB24. But I didn't get a chance to talk about it on live. But I did wear my imperfectly qualified shirt. I actually loved it. Came in handy because I must say I didn't know that you did all that stuff. Like the inside is like a whole brand. So when I had my meeting yesterday with a potential client who wants us to basically do their fulfillment for their line of shirts, I was showing them yours where it had like, because they have their name like right tab in the front. So I was like, like this type, and I didn't realize at the time, I'm like, whoa, I wore great for my meeting. So I was showing them how the IQ was on the side, which I do that too with designs. So that on the side, and then we were going through like different types of shirts. So I was showing him that certain shirts you can pull out the tag, either tear away or there's nothing there, and how you had like the actual like label in there. He was impressed with the shirt. So good job, imperfectly qualified. So how can I get good coverage, no ghosting on the bottom of tumblers? So that's an interesting question. Most times I do not try to underneath the tumbler. Ooh. So don't matter. My LED lights are making it look weird. So I normally don't, right? Now, not this one. This one does kind of go like all the way to the bottom, but I don't really like doing this because of just how it curves. So the only way that you're going to really be able to do that where you don't get a lot of cast is you're going to have to take the time to actually cut splits so that it folds over and they kind of overlap each other and you're not getting those bumps. Either that or you're going to have to sit there and try and smooth out every single bump because you're going over a curved surface and it's round. It's really hard to do that and avoid having where it's going to poke out. And even with this one, you can somewhat still tell a little bit like on the bottom, like some cast lines, like, but it's like it's underneath it. But that's the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to take scissors and cut splits so that you can lay it down. But for me, for the most part, I stop at the flat part. This doesn't bug me to kind of see the white because it is what it is. This is a lot faster. It's still quality. I ain't got time for this. And I can just do this. Do I find my customers happy? Nope, not at all. Not at all. Not one issue. Create sometimes have an issue with that. I have never, ever, ever, ever had a customer say anything about her. Where do you get your sub links or do you sell them? So I get them from a couple different places. Sometimes Amazon because I live in Miami and we have a fulfillment center here. So it's really easy to get stuff. Amazon. I also get things from a couple different places that I have affiliate links for. So Johnson's Plastics Plus, like that's where I get like my awards, towels. So normally bigger things like that. That is where I get my tumblers from because I buy them by the case, and I like to use my code. My code for 15% off is 9PKD6. So oh my God, my ear is ringing from yesterday. I went out in the rain and now my ear is ringing. So 9PKD6 gets you 15% off. Then there is the blanks with an S, Spot, D, and Eric. I have some things. I actually have a big old box that I'm gonna pull stuff out. They have some of the backpacks. So like I like items like that. They have the frosted tumblers, so I'll get that from them. I got some backpacks from what else did I get? I don't know. I think they have the memorial bench. I got that. Shirts I get from either Jiffy, Alpha Broda, or Shirt Bargain. I get my toddler shirts from Johnson's Plastics, the vapor ones, or either Jiffy, Subli whatever it's called. So as you see, I get stuff from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I've gotten some things from there. Yeah, so some of everywhere. We don't currently sell blanks. How close are you to how close are you to the coming storm? I'm in Orlando, but I live in California. I'm freaked out. I am 3 hours away, so we're getting the feeder bands from it, but like the major will miss us. So we're far away from the eye of the storm, but of course we're going to get slammed with a bunch of rain. So over here, my God, my ears are ringing. Any ink zones? I'm trying to do one because I'm gonna shut it down October 1st. But I'm trying to like we were supposed to have the 6th grade night because of the storm that got canceled. Like, that one was moved. I've had the Sublimation Seminar. We have dental tomorrow. I had an appointment tonight. I had an early morning meeting yesterday. So it's been kind of hard trying to coordinate for that. So I'm trying to do one hopefully on Friday, and that will really wrap that up. Thank you. I have a huge notebook and I appreciate you very much. Awesome, Robin. Great to hear. I love tabs. Well, USPS, but the way you send it to is our UPS. So sometimes they'll get stuff. We won't know that it was like there. Sometimes they don't scan it in, depending on that. They have people that. So if it's showing on your end that it was delivered, we haven't gotten notification that it's at our box yet. That's literally what I do too. Cut slits with scissors at the bottom. I buy some tumblers with sublimation. Yay. Do I work with HTV as well? Heck yeah. I still love HTV. I sell sublimation ink and paper. So of course, for marketing and promotional purposes, I have to talk about it a lot because that's like what our flagship product is. We don't sell HTV. And anytime I'm using HTV, I'm basically promoting another company. So I have to do a lot for our company. So I'm always kind of talking about sublimation. It's what's trending right now, but I do so much HTV. I love HTV. Certain to me, can't get those colors like things. So I use HTV quite a bit. Your code is what? Click the link in the bio, love. I'm telling you, all the information you need is in the link in my bio. It's my link tree. You're going to see where I get blanks from, and the code is literally written right on there. So click the link in the bio. Do you have courses that explain silhouette with HTV? So as I am teaching like design, it naturally kind of flows into it because for HTV, something that is vector, you're going to have a path. So whether you type it out or if you're bringing a picture and you're tracing it, so any class that you take on tracing is basically going to break that down. When it comes to layering, still tracing is going to break that down. If it comes to like something that you typed out and you want to layer it, you're just typing it out. As you want to remove the bulk, any of those classes about subtract, make compound path, all of those will break that down. Well, not make compound path, subtract all will kind of break that. So it's not anything that's really specific to HTV. It's just understanding designing in general. So I do reference it and say, hey, if you're going to cut it, if I'm teaching about design, I'll tell them you can, because Silhouette Studio is a vector-based program. For most things, you can either cut it or you can print it. Take any of my classes, it's going to set you up for success with HTV. You are welcome. And I also will check with even also to make sure that maybe maybe when I went, I didn't get it because I was in there talking to the owner for like 2 hours yesterday. Was made me late for my 6:30 class yesterday. So I didn't pick up anything, but I will check with even because he has gone there. Like he's had to go there in the mornings. So maybe he got a package that I just didn't know about. I have to go check the box because we started doing that, putting them in a box so that we don't miss returns and stuff like that. So I will check with him. Thank you so much. I've been definitely interested in taking your courses, and now, yes, you have a reason to. But like when the 30-day training, breaking that down, if you take like the SVG course, the not the vector / SVG one, vectors are normally people are going to cut them, so that teaches you about designing them. The 30-day training teaches you about cutting them, cutting by color, cutting by layer, cutting by line color, so that if you have multiple ones, I've gone through that. So definitely training, that's really going to help a lot. Or even the out of box, even if your cameos out of the box, we normally go through like a print and cut and a adhesive vinyl or HTV cut as well. You will definitely take it. Yay! All righty, I'm going to hop off of. Well, you know what? Even though we'll stay on just in case someone has a question. It is 7:53. I will stay on right until 8 o'clock and then we'll shut it down. I'll actually probably be able to eat dinner and watch. To be honest, I don't like watching shows in real time. I like DVR and I like fast forwarding through ish. So I probably won't watch any shows in real time. I'm probably going to watch something that's on DVR first. Last call. We have 7 minutes left of questions. Don't be shy. I like to talk, but you have to know what you want. Pretty sure there's some type of question you have, and I'm one that you don't have to be afraid to ask that question too. Just got the Cameo Pro. Boo, but yay for you. I don't like the Pro at all. As a birthday gift, any tips? And I don't have any tips because I think that is like the worst idea Silhouette ever came up with. Sorry. Probably not what you wanted to hear, but I'm very vocal about the fact that, I mean, just the way that it's made, and then like with all the issues you kind of have with the other ones and how it cuts and the downward force and having blades and all that stuff, it's just, they just should have stayed. I hate that word saying your lane, but I really wish they would have perfected their craft cutters. I wish they would have put more energy and time into perfecting software where it had so many glitches. I really wish they would have focused more on that than putting out all of these different machines. The mat, really, the tracking on it is not that great. So some people will get it, love it. Their standards are a little bit different from mine. So for me, knowing machines, seeing how smooth they cut like butter, and then how that one is, and having to constantly fiddle around with it. Don't get me wrong. The Pro has made me a lot of money. But unfortunately, it's because people have had to book one-on-one sessions with me to figure out their specific ones, or I've had to do classes that are specifically for the Pro. So in all of its jack, don't like that for people, like that you have to pay someone to figure out like why your print and cut is off, like having to around with it and not having like a defined area of where you're supposed to move this roller to so that it rolls on your mat. Like no one has time for that. It's made me some money, but I don't like it. So I'm not an advocate for the Pro. What brand of shirts do you use for sublimation? I hate the ones that I have. Okay, first, tell me why you hate the ones that you have, because if the reason why you hate the ones that you have is the reason why, I mean, it's like the shirts that I like, it ain't gonna help you for me to tell you the ones that I like, because most people don't like why I love the shirts that I use. Most people don't like those reasons. So let me know why you don't like the shirts that you use. That's a better place to start. I don't like watching in real time anymore either. Yes, I am spoiled by DVR and binge watching. Yeah. I've been debating on whether or not I wanted to watch the Dahmer story. I don't think I really want to. I have a very active imagination. When we watch Snakes on the Plane, look, I had dreams of vacuum cleaner hoses turning into snakes and gobbling me alive. Like, I just can't. Y'all see how I am. I'm very creative. My imagination goes wild. I'm not great with shows like that because I ain't gonna get no sleep. And I heard that it's a woozy, so well, it's a doozy. So I don't know if I want to watch that, but if one keeps talking about it, I don't know. Now, mind you, I like crime dramas because I'm into everything: Law and Order, FBI, Blue, NCIS, CIS, Equalizer. What's the one with Shema Moore? SWAT. I love everything, but I don't think I'm ready for Dahmer. No. With your classes, do we have to have business edition? No. Especially the 30-day training, I do things and I will show you like whatever tools are for designer. For business edition, unless you're trying to save as an SVG or PDF or PNG or JPEG, or you're trying to open up an EPS or an Illustrator file, you don't really need like business edition. The other features of it, like multiple undo, most people can live without that. I can't live without it, but a lot of people can live without multiple undo. I don't ever use like the media. I don't use the weed borders. So, it is in Designer Edition Plus, but the warp tool for curve things, or like for cones or like tapered tumblers, I use that, and that's a business edition feature. But there aren't like a lot of like exclusive business edition features. You can have just designer edition, because that's where things like your guides come in, center of rotation, my best friend, crosshairs, my mistress. So there's certain ones that I really, really love. You can get those with designer edition and not necessarily business. But I teach it in a manner where even if you have the free version, you can still follow along. But when it gets time to like me to use those, I'll tell you, hey, you do this, I'm going to do this. But in order for you to do it, you have to do X, Y, and Z. So I kind of give both how to do it a little bit faster with the upgrades, but also how to do it with the free version. It's taken me a month to figure out my Cameo Pro. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. They feel silky, like they stick to your body. Well, they don't stick to your body. Mine don't at all. So I don't use. Also, tell me which brand you are using. Let me know which brand you're using. So I use Team 365 and Sports Tech. Those are my go-to. Although this one, I don't think it's Sports Tech. Who is this? Is it Sports Tech? Yeah, this is actually This is a unisex. No, wait. This is a ladies cut regular. So I have some V-necks as well. I got big boobs, child. But these are like a semi-gloss. They're definitely not cotton like at all, but they're not like super, super shiny. These don't stick to your body. These are moisture wicking. Baby, I wore I think, I'm not sure if I wore Team 365 or Sports Tech, but one of them to the UM game. Well, we wore both because we wore so many shirts to the UM game and to the Dolphin game. And we were cool because it was some folks you can see all day nice. And it was hot. And it was nice. It didn't stick to your body or anything like that. Like those. I don't do the cotton like just the way that it's woven. It's just a smoother finish. So I like Team 365 and Sports Tech the best. And then after that, it will probably be, I don't even know because I like those. With your class, oh, I read that one. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Oh, we're at 8:01, so we're gonna shut it down. I'm cleaning my Epsom Eco Tank out this weekend to use eco solvent. Should I flush it with alcohol? Ooh, what do you currently in there? When you guys are doing that, some people will tell you, okay, yeah, you can drain it out, you can flush it. It's more hassle than it's worth. I'm not sure which eco tank you have. It's like if you're trying to clear it out because you have one that's like a couple $100, like the 15,000 or the 8550. I just really recommend it. And if you have a 15,000 or 8550 cage on it, so you're not going to really be able to access those lines to really draw it out. So it really depends on which eco tank you have and which ink you currently have in there. Oh, well, I don't mention that name on my platform at all. Yeah, so yeah, I don't mention that name, that or their other company on my platform at all. So can't help you with that. Never use their products. All right. So a 4700 and you currently have Sublimation ink. Sublimation ink is very, very aggressive. Sublimation ink is like this. Dye ink is like this. Eco solvent ink is closer to this. With this one, the way it coats it, it is very, very aggressive. You're going to have to do a whole lot more than just like flush it out with alcohol. I mean, if you're going to do that, it's almost like you're going to have to take a bottle that has mainly alcohol, maybe a little bit of dish liquid, almost like you're flushing it out, like I would do a cleaning solution cartridge. Pour that bad boy in there and then draw it out and then do more print, because you can get air pockets and it doesn't quite feel. There's like from the tank, there's lines, and then there's like this little cartridge piece. You got out too. To be honest, it ain't even worth it. It's not even worth it. I have an 8550 and I'm having nothing but problems. I regret it every day. What issues are you having with your 8550 though? All right, so I'm gonna see they're being talkative over here on TikTok. No questions over here. Are learning from that. But so if you want to join me over on TikTok, since I'm really having a lot of content where I'm not looking at this screen and y'all have stopped asking questions over here. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I'll give y'all about 10 more minutes because I normally stay on TikTok a little bit longer anyway, because you guys don't have a recording. They can go back and watch this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm going to close out over here. Y'all don't go anywhere. Give me 1 second to close out. I'm going to close out. Hear the answers to these. Join me over on TikTok, Shakeya at Shakeya the Professor 365. All right, so I'm going to close out. Thank you guys so very much. I will see you guys in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is currently 8:04. So if it's not 8:04 for you, that gives you an idea of how to figure out what time I will be on. But 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on, provided my children don't wake up, because then Zion might deal with him. And then I won't have an afternoon session because I have a Sublimation Seminar. And then I will see you guys in the evening. Although I'll probably try tomorrow to do some demos of like actually pressing things. I haven't done a live video of pressing some items in a really, really long time. Although we're in the process of like moving. So I don't know, but we'll see. Because yeah, we'll see. But until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity, be incredible, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.